Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Kelvin here. So, not many people know this. I actually graduated from the National University of Singapore. Yes, it may not look like it, but I'm not a college dropout. And even more surprising is that my major is computing. So, I don't actually have a background in finance, even though this is a finance channel. But anyway, in this video, I wanted to share what I actually learned from college. And by that, I don't mean the usual subjects that you take in school. Because like many of you guys, I've already forgotten everything that I learned the moment I step out from the exam hall. Instead, I wanted to share my 5 experiences and lessons while studying in college so that you can make the best out of your college years, hopefully. But before I start, I would greatly appreciate it if you can help to tap the like button because it will help out with the channel a lot. In return, I will show you a cute chick. Alright, let's jump right in. The first thing I learned in college is to be resourceful, aka how to find information. This is super useful, especially if you are a programmer. Like up till now, after 10 years of programming, I'm still going to Google to find out how to do certain stuff. For example, there's this new server programming language called Golang, which obviously I didn't learn in college because it wasn't around at that time. But while working, I was able to pick it up and start coding immediately because I knew how to Google for answers. Basically, in my job, I just need to copy and paste code to create my programs. True story. Now, obviously, you can't use Google in certain scenarios. Like imagine you go to the hospital because you have stomachache and the doctor goes and Google how to cure stomachache. Then you better change the doctor. But for everything else, you can use Google. Like sometimes I get people asking me, how much is Tiger Broker commission? If you just use Google, you can get your answer immediately. Then some of you will ask me how to buy stock. If you just search in YouTube, you will see all the tutorials I made. Since young, our school will only teach us how to memorize stuff, like who is William
Farquhar or Farquhar.
William Farquhar is someone from the East India Company. Just in case you are wondering, these are the most useless stuff and we have to memorize them so that we can get A+ in our exams, so that our mom won't compare us with Xiaoming next door. Let me tell you a story. Henry Ford, the founder of Ford Motors, was in court and they asked him all kinds of weird questions like who was this guy? How many soldiers did the British send over to put down the rebellion? In the end, Henry Ford was super tired of this nonsense. He said, I have a row of push buttons on my desk and I can summon my men who can answer any questions I want. So why should I clutter up my mind with general knowledge when I have people around me who can answer for me? Now, we are not a rich boy like Henry Ford. We can't afford to hire so many people, but we have Google.
Hey Google! Okay Google!
After graduating, I realized it's much more important to know how to Google for information instead of just memorizing stuff. So let me teach you how to do it. First, use keywords to search for a specific phrase. Let's say you search for puppy dog sweaters. You will find all kinds of results. But if you add a code to the search, Google will find results that will have the specific phrase. Second, you can use minus sign to remove specific words from the results. So let's say you search for buy Windows laptop. You have all kinds of results. But if you add a minus Dell, Google won't return any results that have Dell in it. Once you know how to Google, you will have access to infinite knowledge. Maybe you want to create a resume, just search Google for it. Maybe you want to find the average salary of NUS fresh grad, just Google for it. So, learn how to be resourceful. The second one is one of my biggest regrets while studying college, and that's not exploring more. So basically, this was my story in NUS. I got accepted, went in, studied for 4 years, got a decent grade, graduated, and I found a job. That's basically it. That's my life in NUS. True story. If this was a game, I think I only got 1% completion rate for just completing the main storyline. Here's the thing. Most people would think that the reason you enter college is to study, so that you can get a piece of paper that proves you are worthy of finding a job. Yes, of course you need to do that, otherwise you will bring shame to your family and your parents will disown you. But looking back, I realized one of the biggest benefits of college is that it gives you a whole bunch of side quests that you can complete. The first one is halls. So just in case you are not aware, in NUS you can either stay in residences or halls. The main difference is that in residences, it's basically like a hotel. You just stay there and that's it. Nobody will come and kacau you. But in halls, you will need to join all kinds of activities so that you can earn points to continue staying next year. I was staying in Prince George Park residence and my life was basically go lecture, come back, go tutorial, come back for 4 entire years. And judging from all the haul videos that I saw from YouTube, I realized that I had missed out on a lot of memories. Second, programs. So NUS has a whole bunch of programs for you to join. You have NUS Overseas College, Student Exchange Program, attachments. All of them are once in a lifetime chance for you to experience and learn new stuff. For example, in Student Exchange Program, you could go overseas to Europe, Canada, US and experience life there. While many of my friends did sign up for those, I didn't go because I be like, "Aiya, no need lah, so 麻烦." And now, I already have a family and a job and I'm already chained down in Singapore, so I can no longer do that. So if you are adventurous, just do it because you won't have this kind of opportunities in the future. Third, club and societies. Going to college is not just about study. They have extracurricular activities that you can join. While NUS don't have the Illuminati, I think NUS has a whole bunch of clubs and societies, from taekwondo, entrepreneurship club, choir, anything you like, most probably they have a club for it. You want to play board games? God. You want to play LOL? God. Luckily for me, I did end up joining a Chinese drama club and was somehow in charge of sound, and that was one of my best experiences in NUS. I'm sure there are a lot more side quests that you can do in NUS that I'm not even aware about. So yeah, make the most out of your college life while you are there. Third, make friends. One of the biggest advantages of studying in college is that you have students everywhere. Everyone is in there to study. They are curious, they want to learn, and they have ambitions like most of us do. And guess what? A lot of them will be future leaders. Just take a look at some companies founded by NUS alumni. You have 99Co, Razer, Shopback. There's a quote somewhere which says that you are the average of the 5 people closest to you. If you have friends who are ambitious and successful, chances are you'll be ambitious and successful too. Here's a very hard truth. Once you leave college, it becomes super hard to make friends, especially in the workplace. Most of them are just your colleagues. Everyone is so busy working, trying to complete deadlines. And what is worse is that office politics are super common in the workplace. Some intentional, some unintentional. Think of it like Game of Thrones, but office version. So try to make as many friends as you can while in college. Personally, I find it hard to talk to strangers, so unfortunately, I didn't make many friends while in college. Probably you are the same like me too. You are super awkward, shy, and don't dare to talk to people. What makes it worse is that in NUS, everyone chooses their own subjects through some bidding system. So your classmate this semester most likely won't be your classmate next semester because everyone be like, every day I'm shuffling. So here's my advice. If you are like me and you find it hard to make friends, go stay in a hall or join some club. It's the best way to make friends because you guys now have a common interest. So go out there, make some friends, and who knows, some will be your lifelong friends and you might even end up marrying one of them someday. Fourth, and this is one of those hidden side quests, personal side projects. While in college, most people will just study, others will go join clubs, but the more ambitious people will be working on their personal projects. Like if you go search for NUS YouTubers, you'll find people like Daniel Tamago, Joel Wong, Zhixin, Takoyaki, to name a few. It's not as if they're super bored and nothing better to do. They know the secret. And I didn't realize this until much later after I graduated. So the secret is, when you are young, you can take all the risks you want. You want to start a YouTube channel? Go start lor. You want to start a software company? Go start lor. You can even pull in a bunch of friends to do it together. The reason college is the best place to start your personal projects is because you are at a very unique stage of your life where you have a lot of spare time and zero responsibilities. Yes, sure, passing on exams is a responsibility, but it's just a small responsibility. After you graduate, welcome to the real world where you have a bunch of adult responsibilities. You have a job and a family, which will be your invisible handcuffs. You want to quit your job and start a business? Cannot, because you need money to feed your kid and your goldfish. You want to work on your business part-time? Cannot. You have to work OT and spend time with your family. Meanwhile, in college, you have so much time to work on your stuff. You have time after lectures, weekends, and a few months long vacation every year. While in college, even if you fail your side projects, there's zero repercussions. At most, you just cry a bit only. And best of all, even if you fail, you will learn from your experience and will be way ahead than most of your peers. So if you have a side project that you are interested in, just do it while you are in college. Don't let dreams be dreams. Fifth, here's something I learned along the way. Many of us choose a certain course because we want to be in that industry after we graduate. Like, you want to be a dentist, so you go Faculty of Dentistry. You want to be civil engineer, so you go engineering school. And in my case, I knew I wanted to be a game programmer. so I went to School of Computing and took up specialization in games. But here's the thing about life. You won't know where life will lead you. Steve Jobs described it perfectly when he said this.
You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards.
Most of my friends who studied their course didn't end up continuing down the path. A civil engineer student ends up becoming an arts teacher. A business student ends up becoming a programmer. As for me, a programmer who ends up becoming a YouTuber wannabe, giving lame financial advice on YouTube. A while ago, I saw a video by Vlog Brothers, which I will link it up here. From the video, I learned this. The purpose of going to college is not to get good grades or anything. It is just to learn. And that's what you're doing, right? You learn new stuff every day. So don't get stressed out about what you want to do after you graduate, because we are already having trouble choosing what meat and veggie we want at the Chai Fan store. And it's even harder to choose what we want to do in the future. All of us are unique and special, and none of us are. So take it easy. Continue along the path which you feel is the best until you get to a place where you don't feel you like it. Then just change the direction. Because there's one thing you're making every day, no matter what you're doing, and that is yourself. That is your job and you need to do it well. So anyway, those were the 5 experiences and lessons which I learned in college. And hopefully, after watching this video, you will have a more fulfilling college life. Yeah? And that's all for today. What other lessons you learned in college? Comment down below. Like, share and subscribe, as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.